Hi, Sister Johns. This is Team Harambe A here, and we are discussing the problems for this last week. So first of all, the question we kind of were confused about was question number 4. We weren't totally sure if you wanted us to write our predictions into that question, or if you just want us to explain how you could tell the difference between X and Y linked. So we kind of came up with an answer for that, but what did you put for that, James?
So we just kind of explained the difference between X-link and Y-link, the inheritance patterns, because it would come out differently. Basically, we said the Y-link inheritance is only passed from father to son, so none of the females would carry the allele, but all of the sons would. But then the X-linked would be present with both males and females. However, the progeny of the F1 offspring in X-linked inheritance should have a 2 to 1 to 1 ratio with the mutant male and true breeding female, whereas it would only be 3 to 1 with the autosomal.
That makes sense. Do you understand that, Carly?
Can you just go over how it's 2 to 1 to 1 instead of 3 to 1?
Yeah, so...
You sure can. Enlighten us, James.
I sure can. Yeah, hold on. So, in the instructor notes, there was kind of an example in here already given by some scientist guy. I can't remember what his name was. Let me just find what he wrote, because he kind of laid it out pretty easy to understand. So, he did the thing with this guy's name was Morgan, I guess. And so he said that he was trying to figure out if they were X-linked or not. So he combined a male fruit fly with white eyes with the true breeding female with the red eyes. And so they couldn't tell with the F1 generation whether or not they were autosomal or whether they were like X-linked or not. So after he crossed the F1 generation, he got another group with a different set, but they observed it in the 2 to 1 to 1 ratio, whereas they would have expected the 3 to 1 for autosomal. So he said, it says here in the notes, he observed the following genotypes from his test cross: 1 XWXW and 1 XWXW with 1 XWY, 1 XWY. Phenotypes of the cross were 1 brick red female, 1 white-eyed female, 1 brick red-eyed male, and 1 white-eyed male. This result would only be seen if the F1 female has the X-linked genotype, because if it was the autosomal, it would just come out 3 to 1.
That makes sense.
Yeah, thanks.
So X-linked, Y-linked are different. I think the other one we had a question about was 5, the third bullet point, talking about the TIS6 gene, the TISX gene. We just assumed that because usually they cancel each other out, that if one wasn't functional, then the exist gene is going to create a bar body. Is that what we decided, right? Kind of.
Yeah, I thought we were talking also about how it didn't matter if the T6 gene was functioning or not, that there would still be one bar body.
Yeah, so they'd have to...
Because they interact somehow. I thought it said in the notes that one kind of like cancel the other out. So...
Okay, well, let's see if we can find that, and then maybe we can answer it. So, for T6, it says the T6 gene is near X-ist and is described in the opposite direction. T6 is expressed preferentially from the active X chromosome. So it's only active in the X chromosome.
Okay.
In the active.
Isn't that for all of the bar bodies, though? Doesn't it only have to do with X?
So the bar bodies are found in the inactive X chromosomes. And the T6 is expressed only in the active chromosome because the T6 is canceling out the X-ist, which would try to cancel out the other X. Does that make sense? So in the inactive one, the T6 is not functioning because it's not canceling out the X-ist from deactivating that.
Gotcha.
So it does create one. Because they exist. It says here the exist does not activate one X chromosome because on the active X chromosome, T6 is active. And then it talks about the strand of the RNA that it forms. So because T6 is active, XS does not produce a bark body. And so if the T6 is non-functional, like it says in this question, then it's going to create a bark body. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Would it create two though? If there was no T6, that means that there would be no canceling out of the exist.
That's a good question.
Because
I don't know. I think it would just take one.
Just one bar body?
Well, we'll have to figure that out at another time. But that was our pretty much our discussion for this week. So hope you have a great week, Sister Johns.
Bye.